Hi guys, my name is John Girardi. Welcome to my Nature is Smarter Than People Think video, but it has to do with real videos, movies of real life, videos of real life, not this acting or AI or any of that kind of thing. Actually living life as a real movie. Now, nature is smarter than people think because people are brainwashed, first of all. Second of all, they don't take a good look at how they appear, their body and the insides of their body, and how they circulate and how they digest and how they think and how they see and how they hear. Okay? Take a good look at how your body, not what, but how it appears. Okay? There's subjects of this. As this, by this, from this, with this. Okay? And that is, I'm a color, so I'm art. I'm a shape, so that's geometry. Okay? I'm numbers, like I have 10 fingers, that's mathematics. Sound comes out of my mouth, so that's sound. Smell and clairvoyance in the senses, eyes and seeing and hearing and thinking, yeah. And spirit is physical, and religion is physical. Spirit without holy and religion without God. Now, religion and spirit, you're in charge of your own physical self, your own religious ways, your own belief, religious and spiritual ways. You can think of a certain thought, or we'll say a certain word that finds up a medical pill that even is the miracle pill. Okay? A spiritual and religious word is then said to scientists that make medicine, and they come up with a spiritual and religious physical medicine. Okay? Or a vitamin, or a mineral, or an herb from the earth combined all together. Okay? Yes, that is extremely possible no matter how. Okay? Now, going by these subjects, you have to go by a certain array of things, though. Motion and notion. Our circulatory system is motioning and notioning. Our arm and hand can do it in our body. Our thinking is a notion the brain does. We're notioning with the chemicals in motioning how our brain works. Okay, our digestion and every system we have in our body. Okay. Our renewing of ourselves, okay, is motion and notion. Also, okay, immortality comes into play. Okay, but for now, I'll get to that later. But we have motion, notion, style, type, facet, form, manner, configuration. Okay. Because I know how to, sequence. I know how to put my hands through the air like that and notion them and motion them around in a certain, not expression. No, there's no expression in this. Motion and notion them accordingly, according to how I want to end up that I do the result, which is also, if I start from one spot when I'm doing the sequence in front of my face, okay, it's by an already completed result set. An already completed result set, the sequence that I use in front of my face will find the already completed result set. Okay? Not invent, not make up, not produce. Okay? Find, or even better than finding. Okay? My own manner in there also that does the trick. And that is going to be the other parts of the video with immortality. Now, to do the movies Make Love, now this doesn't necessarily have to be intercourse, okay? It's much better than intercourse. And videos that teach you how to do this, you have to make the videos, okay? But they have to be based on the appearance of the body and the way I told you to do them. Like the certain type of the number one, where you think this number one, and only because you thought this number one type, you then can make love like a movie. Okay? Now I said that in this video. Now I can also combine words, because I know how to do that, to come up with a new word to make a new video to aid the next video until I come up with the final solution, so you can teach yourself, and not teach yourself, but show yourself the answer right in front of you. Okay? And that's a movie anyway, because it's a video. Okay? And storytelling, you're going to tell yourself a story, which actually is storytelling hypnosis, which I am a professional about. Okay? And how you do, you can do any story you wish, as long as you answer that story with a how, as type, and how facet entails does result certain type of the number one. I'm not talking about the number one on the planet that we use in math. I'm talking about the number one of the exist in general. Forget outer space. I'm talking about other dimensions and other realms, things completely that nobody even heard of before, okay? You can come up with this type of number one, where this one type of the number one, anything comes from, and anything is possible. But it has to be a how thought, not a what, okay? Because what, it's the number one. How the number one is that I'm talking about, yeah, that's the answer. And the how-ism of it does the movie. Okay, or the video that helps. Okay, you can make love from far away, and better than making love. Okay, I'm using it as an example to do boxing movies if you need to protect yourself, fighting movies, and everything like that. Okay. Now the way you do this is you have to understand achievement and result words. Okay, like implementing a certain facet that entails a certain understanding that does a result. Okay? You have many things like Endeavor movie. The endeavor is that you'll be sequencing with your partner, say in neuromassage, which is a naked body but not intercourse, massaging with your entire body, but you're doing a movie where you could do anything by it, with it, as it, and from it. Okay, that's actually a very good thing to understand, neuromassage like that. Okay? But that's an endeavor. That's just the way it goes. When you massage yourself in a certain sequence, it's an endeavor type facet entails up your arm. Okay, and that manifests anything towards you. You can forget about relaxation or certain types of medical massage. You'll be fine. Okay? You can forget about lifting weights or exercising. You'll clean out your heart. You'll do all that stuff. Okay? But watch my other videos combined with this video, and that's a point I'm trying to make. Add the content from one video to the next video, and you will be happy you did so. And add your own 2 cents in there, too. Okay? Now, the meditation part that I want you to understand is not breathing, and thinking, or breathing and, consciously understanding, or breathing and, letting everything go and all that kind of thing. Become how you think, not what you think. Become how you think. Become how you see, how you hear, how you smell, and how you taste, and how you use your hands. Okay, and that's a video of mine. Okay, so take this video and add it to the other videos on my YouTube channel. So, you know, how something you think is always going to be the answer. There are others like how that are going to help you answer this whole entire video and all my other ones, okay? Come up with those. Combine words to come up with doing, achieving, and words that achieve a result, okay? Not necessarily a goal, but how a result is, okay? Now, the meditation part, as I was saying, is not breathing and all that kind of thing. It's witnessing, because I told you how your body appears, okay? Witnessing meditation, or just witnessing in general. How you see, you achieve by. It's a certain kind of meditation. You can do meditation in any way you wish, okay? That is doing meditation, okay? That's doing meditation. But it's notioning and motioning accordingly, according to a result that I want to get to, okay? Not expression, okay? Not expression, okay? Also, meditation can be done in any way to get anything done. And just to let you know, you can put that in your videos, okay, and then come up with a way to listen to your video as conversation and meditate even better for the conclusion and the solution, okay? Now, the immortality I wanted to get to as a real movie, okay? As a movie does, you're doing the movies in life in general. Okay, now, immortality, you know how we get new skin cells? Well, we do. And I know that people think that it's growing and growing and growing every single day until you die. But if you were to learn how to stop that process from happening, okay, like, you know, how your skin cells die, right there, okay? If you could stop your skin cells from dying, then the rest of the body would react to that and you would live forever. Okay? If you give yourself a certain massage, you can do that. All right? It just has to be done in a certain order, in a certain sequence. You could do this with acupressure in a certain order, Marma points from Ayurvedic medicine. You could do this with acupuncture. You could do this with just touching yourself in a certain order. Okay? Or there is killing death. Okay? If you can kill death, then you can kill death. And you know what it is? It's more like killing a spirit. Because spirits, they say, are you're living forever after you die self. Well, spirituality is physical. Okay? And so is religion. So if you learn how to kill spirits, you will be able to live forever. I mean, you know, living forever is just a certain shape and a certain type of number one, don't get me wrong. But, you know, as examples that this is really real, that's how you would start off. Okay? If you could kill something that whatchamaface, that says it's going to die about you, okay, then you will live forever, as an example. Okay, and this is killing and curing, or curing and doing anything, or doing anything and doing any happen, as I touch you in a certain sequence, a certain order, okay, and you die from it. It's called Damak. But then you also use that to cure. But then you also use that to do anything. But then you also use that to do any happen. Okay, it's the same thing. But it's the other side to each one. Okay? That can make you immortal. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Also, when to become immortal, okay, it's more like a how can I say that your brain is going to die? Okay, you have to think those certain types of number one that keep your brain alive, and the rest of your body will follow. Okay? You have to keep your eyes alive and envision immortality in front of you and how you see you achieve by. Okay? So, and that could be a movie, and it can be a neural massage as a movie. Okay? So, pick the good things to do this with, and that's another one of my videos. Okay? Now, this, again, the video's over, but this is a video that is called A Hypnotic Session in Hypnotic Storytelling. Okay? To be this video and to do anything in the video, any story, anything I said, is just a certain type of number one or a certain type of shape of a how-ism way, how-asm, okay? How-asm, we'll say it like that. Okay? Also, it has to be answered with a certain color type or shade, a certain spiritual thought, okay? A certain religious thought, but not words. A certain sound, a certain hear, a certain smell. If you thought of, say, lemongrass aromatherapy oil, but you personally thought this lemongrass type was in a certain shape. Okay? Doesn't matter if it's here or not. You thought it up. It's a how-asm. Okay? Okay? So, you'll be able to smell it, and you'll be able to do this whole video. It's a storytelling hypnosis. Okay? Or you could use a certain shape in geometry. All right? Or a certain type of the number 10, because you have 10 fingers, even though it's 1, 1, 1, and 1. That's why I always say a certain type of number 1. Okay? This one type of number 1 that I always talk about, I know. All right? And you know what? It will do absolutely anything. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because it's the number 1 that does that. The type of number 1 that does that. And that's how you answer and do this entire story, literally. And any other video I have. And show you. Learn from video to video. Find and talk into your own videos. And then learn from your videos and fill in while you're talking to your own self through videos and movies. Then you do the neuro massage, or a regular massage, or a gallery make-love art session, or a hot shower without intercourse, or tantra massage, or medical practitioning, okay, or a Taoist therapy sexual massage. Okay, do anything you were fighting, anything you wish, and you will perform a movie. Okay, anything I said in this video, I know how to do. But the thing is that, you're not going to see it in front of your face, because I'm doing it for myself. Okay, and sometimes you may, every once in a while, say, what just happened to me? I don't even know I don't even know how that happened. Maybe. But I'm also not going to do it all the way, because it's kind of dangerous, all right, when it comes to, making mistakes, literally, okay, or accidents or coincidences that I do not want in my life, or bad luck or bad karma. I mean, I don't believe in any of that stuff, just a couple of them, but, or law of attraction being done right, all that stuff, no, I don't want to go by any of that stuff. Or a conversation went wrong, an argument, all that kind of thing. I understand where you're coming from, because, it's not like I'm not a person, but the thing is that I don't really believe in three-quarters of that stuff, because I do know that, number one, and I do know all the other things in this video. So, I wanted to get to the end, though, where I think you're going to change your mind about this whole thing, is that you're not going to have the answer to this video like it can be used in court at this moment in time. There is no right or wrong answer to this. There's only the answer you give yourself. Like you're giving yourself a gift every single day that you always get. Because you're not the other person next to you. And their needs may not be the same as yours, which they aren't. You work with computers, but they're a construction worker. Stuff like that. You're not married, but they are. So it's a whole other thing. They have kids and you don't. Or, you know what I mean? They're an expert in alien theorism and you're just a regular scientist. It's a whole, answer it the way you personally need it. And how I like to say that is that, say you're a snake charmer. Okay, I love this. This is like my favorite thing now that I'm about to tell you mostly. All right? A snake charmer charms a snake, right? This is not when a spy comes in contact with you and seduces you for information. Okay? That has nothing to do with it. And people think that's real. A snake charmer, all right, charms a snake so it doesn't bite them. He's answering and she's answering like a machine. First of all, it's my seductive self. And this is my own manner, even better than own manner. My own definition to seductive as a snake charmer has nothing to do with sex, as an example of how you can answer yourself. Because I am not going to have sex with a snake, thank you. Just want to charm it. All right? When I'm charming a snake to myself, I have charisma? What? No. And handsomeness and beauty and sexiness? No, I don't. I don't even believe in sexy. All right? Now, the nature is smarter than people think way that I started the video off with. This is the whole video. That's nature is smarter than people think. It's our body. That's nature. It's human nature. We are not a tree. We are not street smarts because we're not a street. We're not concrete. Okay? We're not nature. We're not bugs. Okay? We're not trees. We're not the wind. We're not water. All right? So we're not that kind of nature. That's biology and aquatic life and animal life. Okay? No, we're human nature, and I just explained to you the real human nature. Okay? Not how they tell you. All right? So, think about your own definition to anything, the word implement, and you will be happy you did so. But there is no right or wrong answer, just the answer you give yourself. So how are you wrong? Because you're never going to be wrong. Because there's no such thing as being wrong because of how I just explained. That's just the end of it. So how are you going to be wrong? And when you explain this to somebody, if they say you're out of your mind, just get away from them. Okay? Because they don't want to understand. Maybe they need more knowledge, so you tell them more knowledge. And intelligence is not human. Okay? Being an intelligence analyst is not human. A knowledge analyst, yes, that's human, and I just told you it. Not intelligence. Intelligence is not human. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Once you start, there is no right or wrong answer, just the answer you give yourself. Practice, you'll see the things that are really human nature, and that you don't necessarily even need to have sex to have a baby. There's virgin babies being born anyway, where women are getting pregnant without having any kind of sperm effect to them. Okay, I know how to do that. I can do it with my hands, and it's in my other video. You could do it with a massage. You could do it with a reproductive organs protocol for many things like acupuncture and acupressure and marma points and massaging yourself in a certain order and sequence. Yes, you will. Medicines can get you pregnant and herbs in a certain combination, okay? So, and that's a natural baby, okay? So, there's the end of the video, and I hope that you liked it, and I will see you at the next one. Thanks, bye.